So do you remember last class we discussed about the introduction to the software testing. In the introduction to the software, the first topic we have, and also I explained that what are the topics we are going to cover in this course. In this course, where we are going to cover the manual testing concepts and automation testing concepts also we are going to cover. So which tool will be covered during the automation testing? Selenium with Java. Selenium with Java. Sir, I don't have the Java knowledge. Can able to learn it or not? Definitely you can able to learn it is. Because in the course, I will going to cover to you Java concepts as well as Selenium WebDriver concepts we are going to cover. So how to do the practice? You can do the practice. So for that, I will going to explain to you how to download the software and how to configure those things in your system. I will guide you so that you can able to install, you can able to practice it. Is right. Sai, good evening. That's okay. So Archana, Sai, Archana, your friend is not yet joined today. Archana, can you hear me? Okay. Now, Seema, this is the first topic we have in the software testing. What is the introduction to software testing? Here I will go and explain to you what is software testing, what are the advantages of software testing, difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. Some of the major activities in software company, such as coding, testing, defect reporting, debugging, bug fixing. Then types of software testing, such as manual testing, automation testing. These are the topics we are going to cover. The first thing, software application. Whichever we use in our computer, this all whichever we use in our laptop, those all comes under software. Those all comes under software applications. That means how those are going to work. They have to give the some instructions to the application. They're not going to work. So we can say when you talk about the software application, set of instructions or programs to perform related business transactions in a system is called software application. Set of instructions or programs to perform particular business transactions in a system is called software application, such as notepad, calculator, zoom, ICICIbank.com. These are comes under software applications. Right. Now, if I go for the ICICIbank.com, which is business purpose, this one banking transactions to perform. So business area in IT industry we call as domain. To whom it is developed? ICICI is the client to whom we develop the software. So client. Now, if I go for software testing, how we can define? We need to examine the developed software whether it is working properly or not. Whether it works properly or not, we have to check it is. Right now, how technically we can say about software testing means software testing is a process. Software testing is a process used to identify used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. Right? So software testing is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software application. Now here, in other words, we can say software testing performed to ensure client requirements, whichever requirements are given by the client, all the requirements are fulfilled or not in the application. That is the testing which we are going to do. Okay. Software testing performed to ensure client business requirements in developed software. In other words, we can say software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Right. Now, quality software. How do you define the quality software? From the producer point of view. Who is producer here? Producer means the team which is involved to develop the software. The team which is involved to develop the software. So their point of view, when software fulfilled with all the client requirements, when software fulfilled with all the requirements, end user point of view, when application fit for use, then it is considered as quality software. Understand? From producer point of view, when software fulfilled all the client requirements, and end user point of view, when application fit for use, then it is considered as quality software. And then it considers quality software. However, some major factors depend on the quality. One is budget. Second one is in-time release. Third one is reliability. Third one is reliability. When you talk about the reliability, what do you say? meet client requirements in terms of functionalities, meet client requirements in terms of functionalities, meet client expectations in terms of speed, compatibility, user interface, usability, security, etc. Archana, Ravi is clear. Sai, just Sai is Git session or testing session? Who is asking Sai? Manual testing. Okay. Producer means like this. Okay. Now, what are the advantages? Why we have to go for the software testing? So definitely software testing will help to deliver the right software to the customer. It will help to deliver the right software to the customer. Reliable software we can deliver. Reliable software once you deliver, client will be satisfied. Yes or no? That is a one advantage. It will help to deliver right software to the customer. Next thing, it will help to deliver. So it will help to reduce the maintenance cost for a project. It will help to reduce the maintenance cost for a project. Okay. The maintenance cost means no, once we deliver the software to the customer, while using software, while using software, if client got any issues, if client got any issues, to rectify those problems, whatever amount is going to spend, the repair cost, we can say in simple, so that we can reduce if we give the right software to the customer. Then it will help to stay in business. It will help to stay in business. Then it will help to deliver. So what is that? It will help to stay in business means no. Once we deliver the right software to the customer, whenever he satisfies with our product, so our company will get the good reputation in the market. Our company will get the good reputation in the market so that more orders we are going to get, more business we can able to do. That will be the advantage, right? Okay, these are the advantages we have. It will help to deliver bug-free software to the customer. Now understand more. What is the difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure? We have the slight difference. But one of the famous question in software testing interview, explain the difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. First one, error. Error, it is a human mistake. Error means it is a human mistake which is identified in programs level or code of the application, that is source code of the application. Okay, that we are going to call error. In general, in general, logical error, syntax error, this type of things where we are going to identify. Logical error, syntax error like this. See, error, it is a human mistake which is identified in programs or source code of the application. Example, logical error and a syntax error. Now, Sima, what is the difference between this logical error and syntax error? Now, I have the actual requirement like this. A multiplied with B plus C is there. Now, what is the actual requirement here? A plus B multiplied with C. That is the requirement. First two numbers I want to go for the addition. That sum I want to multiply with the third value. That is the actual requirement which I have. Right. Now, developer 1 is written the program like this. A star B plus C. That is a logical error we are going to call. That means given instruction is understandable, but it will produce the wrong output for us. Sima, given instruction is understandable, but it will going to generate the wrong output for us. This is what we are going to call logical error. You developer to written the program like this. A plus B star C is given. But what is the mistake he done here? Closed bracket is not there. When a closed bracket is not there, system is not going to assume anything. We have to give the complete instruction. Where given instruction, system not able to understand. So this is what we are going to call syntax error. Okay, like this. So anyway, the errors are going to be identified by the developers when they are going to test the code. Right.
Hello, sir.
Now, second one, defect. So what is the defect? Defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. Defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. How do you define it is? It is a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT. Okay. So what is the deviation? Defect means here it is a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT application under test. Okay. So now see a scenario here. I want to go for the login functionality. So I scenario is login functionality. Test case is verify login functionality without entering login credentials. Without entering login credentials. The expected result is unsuccessful login operation. Let us see the application here. Now this is the login functionality is there. So without enter the username password, I'm going to click on the submit. Now you observe here, what is the expectation? Unsuccessful. What is the actual behavior of the application? No? Login successfully. We got the deviation or not? We got the deviation. This is what we are going to call defect. See, that's what the scenario is login functionality. Test case is verify login functionality without entering login credentials. Without entering login credentials. Right. Now, expected unsuccessful login operation. The actual result is successful login operation. Test status is failed. This is what we are going to call defect. What is the defect now here? Application allowing user to log in without entering login credentials. Without entering login credentials. Right. See, goal of testing unit is as a testing, what is your goal is to identify the defects. That is your goal. Goal of testing is to identify defects. Right. Okay. Now, goal of testing is to identify defects. Then who is responsible to solve the defects? Developer has to solve it, not by us. So, goal of testing is to identify defects. When those are resolved, then software quality improves. Software quality improves. Right. Then bug. Bugs means generally as a test engineer, whenever you identify defects, what will you do? You are going to report to the developers. You are not responsible. Developers are responsible. You are going to report to the developers. Whenever you reported about the defects developers, if developers are accepted defects, whichever defects you reported, if developers are accepted your defects, then those are called bugs. Whenever developers are accept our defects, then those are called bugs. It is. That means confirmed defects. Sometimes, as a tester, you may got the some deviation by misunderstanding the requirements. That's the reason. Okay, bugs. Whichever defects developers are accepted, those are called bugs. It is. Then failure. Whenever defects are reached to the end user or client, whenever defects are reached to the end user or client, then it is called failure software. So in general, more number of defects will cause the system failure. More number of defects will cause the system failure. Okay, like this. Archana, are you able to hear?
Yes, sir, but I have some doubts.
Archana, are you able to understand the concepts more?
Yes, sir, but sir, थोड़े डाउट्स है मेरे को.
Doubts are there?
सर इससे पहले जो आपने वो बर्थ एंड डिफेक्ट्स का जो बताया है उसमें थोड़ा सा मेरे को रिपीट कराना था.
Can you speak in English? I didn't understand what you're saying.
सर कैन यू स्पीक इन हिंदी समटाइम.
I don't know Hindi. That is the problem.
ओके 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 नो प्रॉब्लम.
Very slowly I will explain. Whatever doubts are there, no, just give the message in the chat box. I will repeat the content what is not clear to you.
सर आई हैव सम डाउट्स इन बर्ड्स एंड डिफेक्ट्स. So
Hmm.
can you please repeat again?
Let us see my here. In this application,
Yes, sir.
this is the defect is there where this login function not working. Okay.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Now, can you tell me what are the other defects are there in the page? You can find some defects in this page. Try it is to find what are the defects are there. Now you observe here the date is incorrect or not. No? Date is incorrect. Right, ma?
Okay.
Actually, this is also a
Oh,
defect. And the sign in is required, but here sign on is it. That is a spelling mistake is there. Then here forgot password is missing. Okay, ma, this is also a defect. Right. Other thing, The page is not loaded completely. Half the page only we have, right? This is also defect. Now tell me, how many defects are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 defects are there here. Total 5 defects are there. Now, as a test engineer, whenever you identify the defects, as a test engineer, when we identify defects, what we have to do, we are not the responsible to solve the defects. So then who is the responsible? Development team is the responsible. So now, as a test engineer, once you identify the defects, what we do here, we are going to intimate to the developers. We are going to intimate to the developers. Now, once you report it to developers, developers are going to the review on the defects to confirm those defects are valid or not. Those defects are valid or not. Further, they go for the review. Okay. So at that time, whichever defects developers are accepted, those we are going to call bugs. So now we reported 5 here. Now developers are saying that out of 4, we are going to accept the 5. Out of 5, we are accepting only 4. Developers are saying this is what we are going to call now bug cities. If developers are confirmed defects which you reported, okay, this we are going to call. So understand, ma'am, 5 is defects, but 4 only bugs here. That means whichever they accepted or confirmed, okay, those we are going to call bug cities. Okay, 4 where we have bugs. Defects are 5, sir. Which are they accepted? Understand, ma, here. Developers are accepted. This defect accepted. This one is accepted. This one accepted. This one accepted. But they are not accept this one. Why they are not accept this one? The reason is because that is not the client requirements. Client doesn't ask about the password. Forgot password component is not required for the client. That is the reason. It is not important for the, so it is not required. That is the reason they are not implemented. So that means you are not understand the requirements properly. So by mistake you said this is a DB I'm missing here, but that is not actual requirement. Archana, is it clear?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So defects means as a tester, whatever deviation you got, those we are going to call defects. No? But once developers are confirmed your defects which you reported, those we are going to call bug cities. Those only we call as bug cities. Okay. So I will going to stop the session now. So others got some issue, I think. Maybe. Archana, you said your friend also interested to join, but not yet joined.
Yes, yes, yes. So, join to, I'm interested in
Okay.
joining.
Same link. No, link is changed. I think they are not
Oh,
sent it is. Okay. So they
okay, okay.
okay. So they will send the link. Whatever link is given to you. Otherwise, you can share that link for tomorrow class. Okay. So we'll see some other students also going to join the class. Based on we go for further topics. Okay. Okay. So that is the class for us today. Tomorrow continue session. Bye.